Good morning, welcome to the Carpenter's Voice once again. I want to talk to you about Americans, illegal versus lazy Americans. Illegals versus lazy Americans. You know, I'm convinced that there's no way that we can have as many illegals in our country, and they're not all coming from Mexico, but having many illegals in our country illegally, and then plus the other ones we've got here with some kind of passes or green cards or something. I'm convinced that our government cannot sustain them unless they figure out something. They hadn't figured out enough jobs for our own people, much less several million others, and how to take care of them as far as their pills and doctor visits and all that stuff. How can we take care of several million more if we can't take care of what we got? But and it's affecting us. I hate to say some of the things I say because just a lot of the illegals I've met, I've really enjoyed talking to them and love them as a people. But yet they're still in the wrong country, and we can't tear them unless we be brought down like the rest of the world. And then who would be able to help? They say you get to Mexico, the further south you get, the tougher it gets. It's not easy. Life's not easy. But a lot of times I'll say something to Americans about sending the illegals home or closing the borders, and they get a little offended about it, and they say, well, look, they say the Mexicans are good workers. The Americans are lazy. And usually when they say the Americans are lazy, they end up talking about the construction crews, the roofers, people that put on shingles and things like that for a living, most of the time. They say that Americans are on pills, and Americans, this is Americans saying this, by the way, and Americans may show up and may not show up, and if they decide they won't stay home, they'll stay home, but they won't even call you, and that they're lazy. And a lot of the construction workers, they say, are just out there just to get them enough work, just to get what money they need, just to get enough to get by, just get them a little something to drink or something to take, and to pay a bill, give them a little gas, get down the road. But they say Americans are lazy. They said the Mexicans are coming there, so they'll get up early in the morning, they'll be there when the sun comes up, and they won't stop until they're done. And there's no whining or complaining or I'm sick or nothing. They just go in there and get the job done. And they say American construction workers are lazy is what they say. And they say that the Mexican can do the work 2 times as fast as Americans. Some say 3 times as fast. What say you, American construction workers? I've seen them work. They're pretty good workers. But they're in the wrong country. But let me say this, that you're talking a small percentage of people there on those jobs lazy and not show up for work and things. Man, I tell you what, there's a company just closed down up here in Carr, Mississippi, World Color, some call it Ringay America, shut down 500 jobs. Dynasteel closed down the edge of Tennessee, another probably a couple hundred jobs. But I want to tell you what I know about those white Americans and black Americans that I've seen work at those jobs. They're not lazy. They're very hard workers, and they have to move, and a lot of lifting, a lot of moving, a lot of stacking books and going and running, and they have to be at work, and they are at work. And those Americans are not lazy. To say Americans are lazy would be an understatement. To look at a certain crowd and then judge the rest of Americans by it. Those people at that company and those two companies work very hard. And I want to tell you what, with illegals, where are they going to work in two or three small towns round about us? You got 600-700 people just got unemployed. I mean, the illegals, they're affecting us. It's not the only thing, but yeah, we got some Americans that get up and got hangovers and got problems. And some got physical problems, really just can't be there. It's tough working on doing roof jobs and stuff, and you do it so many years. Can we take care of all the illegals? Our government should have number one priority was get jobs for our people. And that would have stimulated the economy. That would put people to work, got less people off checks and stamps, and it would have helped the Social Security. It would have helped Medicaid, Medicare. It would have helped everything. It would have helped our government. It would have helped everything to put people back to work where they could pay those Social Security and taxes and stuff, and where they could take care of themselves and things wouldn't be so messed up. Our government can still get jobs for our people. Don't call us lazy Americans. We're not lazy Americans. Some people may be lazy, but as Americans as a whole, we're not. And I'm sure ain't saying the illegals are. They're a good working bunch. We need some men with some wisdom in our government to help straighten all this mess out. Thank you.